What's up, guys? Nemo here. Going to do a pipe tobacco review today, I think. Before we get into it, I'm smoking my Booch Choquin. This is a Mirage shaped 1304, little bent billiard. I really like this pipe. It's an estate pipe. Really good smoking pipe. I think I paid 25 or so for this on eBay. Um, I found my favorite pipes so far that I own are my Booch Choquin pipes. Um, I really like this one in my same style, but it's a shape 1320. It's a little deeper bend of a bent billiard, a little bigger bowl. That's probably my favorite smoking pipe. It's a lot more broken in than this one, though, so this one could end up overtaking that one down the line. But within this is the tobacco that was in this jar. It's almost gone. So I needed to do a review before this was gone because I really like this tobacco. Mm. It has become one of my favorites of all the blends that I have. I constantly reach for this one, and the blend that I'm smoking is this. This is Peterson's the Royal Yacht Mixture, a unique smoking blend. This is the re-release of the Dunhill Royal Yacht Mixture. Same recipe. This tin is from November 10th of 2019, so it's got a little bit of age on it. It's got about 6 months on there. And after having this, I would really like to get a tin of the old production of this blend and see how some extra age, or maybe it was still the Scandinavian Tobacco Group that still blended and mixed the older version. Before that, I believe it was Murray's of London that did it up until the mid 2000s, early mid 2000s, and went away for a while. And then British American Tobacco took it over, I believe, under the Scandinavian Tobacco Group. Mm. And this is a blend that when I first got interested in pipe smoking and pipe tobaccos, um, this is probably a few years ago when I started this channel, and I did more vape reviews because I was vaping. Um, and then vaping got so expensive for me. Started rolling my own cigarettes. Still smoke cigarettes that I roll myself, but I want to get back into enjoying a pipe. And this is one that don't judge anything by its cover, but the tin art on this, it really attracted me. It's kind of a ketchup and mustard, a little navy around it. It's fun to know that Joseph Stalin, this was his tobacco of choice. Not a big fan of Stalin or socialism or communism, but it's an interesting tidbit. This mixture has been around for a while. There are other videos that go into the history of it, people that smoked it, but not a lot of really good reviews on it, in my opinion. Of course, taste being very subjective, it's kind of hard to throw together real good reviews because different tobaccos taste different to different people. I mean, this is a straight Virginia blend. Hold on, I'm going to sip my Raising Cane's tea here. Cane's, it's fucking delicious. Food and tea. It's some of the best sweet tea in my opinion. Anyway, this is a straight Virginia. The back of the tin says, a unique smoking experience created by the beautiful blend of yellow and bronze Virginia. So this is a straight Virginia blend. It does have a casing on it. It says plum. I can't tell for sure. I've had plums. I love plums. It's been a while since I've eaten a plum. But there is definitely some added sweetness to this blend, and it's not just the straight Virginia tobacco. So there's definitely a topping. I like the topping. Uh, you know, it's subtle throughout the bowl. I've smoked maybe a third of this bowl. Uh, the casing to me is more present at the onset of the bowl, the beginning of the bowl, than it is as you go throughout. It kind of dwindles away. It's a very nice burning, nice white ash. Burns very well, takes a light. I kept some in this tin. I jarred most of it, but I kept this tin in the car because I found that I really like smoking this in the morning with coffee. Um, and here's a side note: this does have a pretty good amount of nicotine in it. But being a cigarette smoker, I tend to gravitate more towards the higher nicotine pipe blends, just because I'm so used to nicotine, and it is kind of an addiction. It's more than just a hobby to me. I'm very fond of nicotine, and as much as I like smoking pipes just for, the flavor of tobacco is very nice, I still require nicotine. I just have to have it. I stayed away from buying this when I first got into pipe smoking because it's one of those for the experienced pipe smoker. Well, a lot of that, if unless you're accounting for flakes or different cuts, that may be a little finicky for a newer pipe smoker. A lot of these warnings are for nicotine, because if you're not used to nicotine, a blend of tobacco with a high nicotine content will get you. You'll get sick to your stomach, you'll get the spins. Even I, as a nicotine aficionado, have gotten, nicotine sick from certain blends, certain favorite blends of mine, like Bold Kentucky. I've gotten spins, a little bit of a gut rush. Irish Flake by Peterson. So it is something you need to be careful about. But if you're a cigarette smoker, you're used to strong cigars, or you also like strong pipe tobacco, this, while a lot of people say it's a high nicotine, I'd say it's maybe a medium high, depending on when you smoke it. My first bowl, if I smoke it earlier in the morning without food, if I'm drinking, I like to have a beverage nearby, like a Pepsi or a coffee. Just in case you do feel that little bit of nicotine coming at you, it's good to have a beverage around to calm that down. And, obviously, if you start feeling nicotine sickness, put the pipe down, give it a rest. You can always pick it up later. That's the great thing about pipes versus, say, cigarettes. Relighting cigarettes, not a really good idea. Pipe tobacco, you can relight it as many times as you need to get through the bowl. There's no shame in relights. But I found that this blend, if I dry it a little bit, or keep some in a tin, a road tin, it may get a little dry, but not too much. As you can see, I've been talking and not puffing, and it's still lit. So it handles the flame really well. Stays lit. Mechanically, it's a great smoking tobacco. It's a ribbon cut, the STG ribbon cut. Very nice cut. And to me, it's just a really nice Virginia tobacco with a little bit of casing on it. It tastes great. Consistent flavor throughout the bowl. This is just one of those kind of all-day smokes for me. I don't have to sit out and parse out a whole bunch of flavors. I get the nicotine I like, and it's just a good mixture, I think. It's kind of divisive. Either it's one of those either you love it or hate it blends, and I love it, to be honest with you. Clearly, I like it. I have not smoked through, I don't think I've smoked through a whole tin of tobacco that I bought. Because when I got into it, I bought a lot of tins. But I keep constantly grabbing for the Royal Yacht. It's just a really good mixture, in my opinion. I will be buying more. I would say this, McBaron Bolt Kentucky and Old Dark Fired, mostly Bolt Kentucky. Irish Flake by Peterson. I like these strong nicotine blends. Pretty much almost one note blends. You know, blends that focus on one particular tobacco. I kind of like that, especially for like an all day, like if I don't want to think about it. Don't get me wrong, I love certain English and Balkan blends. I like some aromatics, some variety. Tobaccos that may change flavor profiles, throughout the bowl, depending on what constituent tobacco component you're hitting in the blend. But for me, for like an all day, no muss, no fuss kind of smoke, I like having these consistent blends like the Royal Yacht. This is definitely going to get ordered again soon because I'm almost out. I believe I bought this one from pipesandcigars.com. But you can get it at Pipes and Cigars, Smoking Pipes, Four Noggins, some other retailers. The Pipe Nook, Eddie Gray has it. So it's available. I would be interested to see, personally, how this blend does with a little bit of age. Because I know Virginia's aged very well. So maybe when I order more, I'll order a bunch of tins so I can sell her some for at least, I'd like to have a couple years on some, but it's just a really nice tobacco. Really nice tobacco. I don't like doing these kind of long-winded reviews where I talk about varying flavors and components, and I don't try to get too fancy with it. If you like a little higher nicotine blends, give it a try. If you like obvious casings, this one's like kind of sort of plum flavored, give it a try. If you like straight Virginias, there you go. Just all in all, good smoke. Peterson, the Royal Yacht. And with that, this is Nemo. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.